Hello everyone and welcome back to Professional English Lab. I'm Myles.
And I'm May. It's great to have you with us today.
May, I have to tell you, I was talking to one of our listeners last week and she told me something really interesting. She said she got promoted to team leader, which is amazing, right?
That's wonderful. Congratulations to her.
Exactly. But here's the thing. She said she feels confident doing the work, but when it comes to leading in English, giving instructions, motivating people, addressing problems, she freezes up. She just doesn't know what to say.
That's actually a really common challenge. And you know what? That's exactly why we created this channel. Professional English Lab is all about helping you sound confident and natural in professional situations, especially when the stakes are high.
And if you're new here, welcome. We break down real business English that you can use immediately at work. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our lessons.
Today's lesson is specifically for leaders, managers, and anyone who needs to guide a team in English. We're going to cover 5 essential areas of leadership communication.
Right. So we'll look at how to delegate tasks effectively, how to motivate your team members, how to address performance issues professionally,
And also how to make decisions and announcements clearly, and finally, how to recognize achievements in a way that really resonates with people.
These phrases are going to make you sound confident, approachable, and professional. So May, where should we start?
Let's start with delegation, because this is where a lot of new leaders struggle. You need to assign work, but you don't want to sound bossy or unclear.
Right, there's definitely a balance there. So what's a good way to start?
One of my favorite phrases is, "Could you take the lead on this?" It's polite, but it's also clear. You're asking someone to take ownership.
I like that. Take the lead sounds more empowering than just do this task.
Exactly. Here's an example. "Sarah, could you take the lead on the client presentation? I think your design skills would be perfect for this."
That's helpful. What if you need to be more specific about what you want?
Then you can use, "I'd like you to handle," followed by the specific responsibility. For example, "I'd like you to handle the budget review for Q2.
Clear and direct.
And here's another really useful one when you're delegating something with a deadline. "Can you have this ready by," and then state the time. "Can you have this ready by Friday afternoon?"
That's great because you're setting expectations right from the start. Let me add one more that I use a lot. Would you mind taking care of? It's a bit softer, which works well for smaller tasks.
Good point. "Would you mind taking care of the meeting notes today?" It sounds cooperative rather than commanding.
Exactly. So we've got some really practical phrases here for giving people tasks without sounding too aggressive or too vague.
Now let's talk about motivation, because this is where leadership really shines. It's not just about telling people what to do, it's about inspiring them to do their best work.
Absolutely. And honestly, May, this is where language really matters. The right words can completely change someone's energy.
So true. One phrase that works beautifully is, "I have confidence in your ability to." This shows trust. For example, "I have confidence in your ability to turn this project around."
That's powerful. You're essentially telling someone, I believe in you.
Exactly. Another one I love is, "Your work on this makes a real difference." People need to know their work matters. Your work on customer support makes a real difference to our client retention.
That connects their daily tasks to the bigger picture.
Right. And here's one for when someone seems hesitant or uncertain. "I know you can do this." Simple, but incredibly encouraging.
That's a great point, May. Sometimes simple is best. What about when you want to push someone to grow?
Perfect question. You can say, "This is a great opportunity for you to," for example, "This is a great opportunity for you to develop your presentation skills."
I like how that frames a challenge as a positive thing, as growth.
Exactly. And one more, "You're exactly the right person for this because," and then give a specific reason. "You're exactly the right person for this because you understand our customers so well."
These phrases really show that you're paying attention to your team's strengths. That means a lot. All right, now let's tackle the difficult conversations. May, this is the part many leaders dread, having to address problems or poor performance.
It is challenging, but it's necessary. And the key is to be direct but respectful. You're not attacking the person, you're addressing the situation.
So how do you start that kind of conversation?
A good opener is, "I've noticed that," followed by the specific issue. "I've noticed that the reports have been submitted late the past 3 weeks."
Okay, so you're being factual, not emotional. You're stating what you've observed.
Exactly. Then you can follow up with, "I wanted to check in and see if everything's okay." This shows you care about the person, not just the output.
That's helpful. It opens the door for them to explain if something's going on.
Right. Now, if you need to be more direct about expectations, you can say, "Going forward, I need you to," for example, "Going forward, I need you to submit these by Wednesday morning."
Clear expectations. What if the issue continues?
Then you might need to use, "This is becoming a pattern and we need to address it." This signals that it's serious without being harsh.
It's firm but professional.
And here's one that's really important. "Let's work together to find a solution." This shifts from blame to collaboration. Let's work together to find a solution that helps you meet these deadlines.
I really like that because it positions you as a partner, not just someone pointing out problems. You're both working towards improvement.
Exactly. That's the mindset of a good leader.
Let's move on to decision-making and announcements. May, when you need to communicate decisions to your team, clarity is everything.
Absolutely. And you also need to sound confident even if there's uncertainty. One phrase that works well is, "After careful consideration, we've decided to." This shows the decision was thoughtful.
Right, so people understand it wasn't random or impulsive.
Exactly. For example, "After careful consideration, we've decided to restructure the project timeline."
That sounds professional. What if you need to announce something that might not be popular?
Good question. You can use, "I understand this may be challenging, but..." This acknowledges people's feelings. "I understand this may be challenging, but we need to implement these new procedures."
That's helpful because you're validating their concerns before you explain the reasoning.
Right. And here's one for when you're implementing a new direction. Moving forward, we'll be holding weekly check-ins every Monday morning."
Clear and future-focused. What about when you need team input on a decision?
Perfect timing for this one. I'd like to hear your thoughts on how we can improve our client communication."
That invites collaboration.
And if you need to make a final call after discussion, you can say, "Here's what we're going to do," followed by the decision. "Here's what we're going to do. We'll test both approaches for 2 weeks and then evaluate."
These phrases really help you sound decisive without being dictatorial.
And finally, let's talk about recognition, because celebrating wins is one of the most important things leaders do.
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. Sometimes just acknowledging someone's work makes all the difference.
So true. A simple but powerful phrase is, "I want to recognize," for example, "I want to recognize the incredible work the design team did on the product launch."
That's great for public recognition, like in team meetings.
Exactly. And here's one for individual praise. "Your contribution to this project was invaluable." Invaluable is a strong word. It means their work was essential.
I love that. What about when someone goes above and beyond?
Perfect phrase for that. "You really went the extra mile on this proposal, and it shows."
Went the extra mile is such a good expression for exceptional effort.
And here's one that's both recognition and encouragement. "Keep up the excellent work." Simple, positive, and it motivates people to maintain that standard.
What about thanking someone for specific actions?
You can say, "Thank you for stepping up when..." Thank you for stepping up when we needed someone to handle the client emergency.
That shows you noticed the specific situation, not just generic praise.
Exactly. And one final one that's really powerful. "This wouldn't have been possible without you." This tells someone they were essential to success.
These phrases really show that recognition is about being specific and genuine, not just saying good job all the time.
So, Myles, we've covered a lot of ground today. Let's recap the 5 areas we explored.
Right. We started with delegating tasks effectively, using phrases like, "Could you take the lead on this?" and "Can you have this ready by?"
Then we looked at motivation with phrases like, I have confidence in your ability to, and your work makes a real difference.
We also tackled the tough stuff, addressing performance issues with phrases like, I've noticed that, and let's work together to find a solution.
Then, decision-making and announcements. After careful consideration, we've decided to, and moving forward will be.
And finally, recognition. I want to recognize, and you really went the extra mile on this.
The key takeaway here is that leadership language is about balance. You need to be clear and direct, but also supportive and respectful.
Exactly. These phrases help you sound confident without being aggressive, and approachable without being unclear.
And remember, the more you practice these phrases, the more natural they'll feel. Start with 1 or 2 this week and build from there.
Before we go, we want to hear from you. Are you in a leadership role? What's the hardest part of managing in English? Share your experiences in the comments below. Keep practicing, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.